Well, 17 Oranga Tamariki staff have been stood down at various youth justice facilities and children's residences around the Motu for alleged sexual misconduct and fighting. In February this year, 5 rangatahi escaped onto the roof of a youth justice residence in Rolleston last month. A further 6 rangatahi escaped onto the roof of one in Whitty, South Auckland. National Urban Māori Authority Chair Lady Tureiti Moxon says these institutions breed violence, and there you are, and she joins me now. Kia ora, Lady Tureiti. Thank you so much for your time.
Kia ora, Will. Lovely to be here.
Listen, Oranga Tamariki says these youth justice residences, quote, provide a safe, secure and supportive environment where young people can get their lives back on track. Is that what you saw in that MMA-style fighting video last week?
Look, it's far from it, right? And the whole country can see that that's not what we want for our children, and that's not what we should be doing in terms of what the state has been unleashing upon Māori for years. The Waitangi Tribunal actually stated very clearly that we should have a Māori authority, Māori transitional authority for Oranga Tamariki, so that which was independent from the state. So that they could actually look for the kinds of solutions that we need very much now at this moment in time. You know, putting our children into those facilities at a younger and younger ages is not the solution. All we're doing is creating more and more angry people, and not just angry, but traumatized, hurt. And people who really need to be supported and who need to be cared for in a way that the state certainly cannot do.
These residences were closed for a while, right? What happened when they were closed? Where did everyone go?
Well, they actually went into the community, and that's the answer to what the state is looking for in terms of bringing those children to a different place, because at the moment, that type of fighting, that type of violence is really what we are perpetuating in our communities, and we need to stop it.
David Seymour's on. Sorry to interrupt, I'm so conscious of time and we really want to get through a lot with you. David Seymour's on the program later. I suppose he'd say, well, that's the type of fighting I don't want to see in the community around people that haven't committed any crime. Is there any merit in that argument?
Well, when Sir Widdegardner, the late Sir Widdegardner was alive, they didn't see them. They didn't even know they were there. And that's half the issue that we have in our communities, is that people need more than just being flung in and corralled into a facility and think that that's going to fix things. Well, it's not going to fix things. And no amount of bashing us up and bullying us and hurting us through our young people is going to do that. And we need better answers than that, Will. We need to be looking at what it is we want these people to be when they get out of these facilities. And I tell you what, the answer, it doesn't lie within them.
I'm interested to hear your thoughts when this investigation was first, announced after there was the sexual sort of misconduct allegations and stuff like that. You see a former top cop come out and say that he's joining Oranga Tamariki. I mean, is that what you want? If you've got sexual stuff going on in there, and by the way, allegedly, some of the people working inside the facilities getting people to fight each other MMA style. I mean, it sounds like corrections.
Well, it is, and the police and the courts need to look at better solutions than just, again, corralling them into facilities and putting them all together and thinking that that's going to fix the problem. Look at that. When you look at these young men fighting each other, is that the kind of society we want for our people? For any society who all they can think about is is just hurting and corralling our people into situations that they have absolutely no control of. And we need something better than that. This country is calling for it. And no amounting of locking us up is going to change that.
My next question is about the tide turning, right? And why I find this interesting is when those rangatahi get up on the roof, right, they go talk to the minister, Kelvin Davis, and they say, what's going on here? And he says, oh, they want the stuff all rangatahi want. They want takeaways and whatever else, right? Does that mean the minister is out of touch, understanding what's happening in his department, if his go-to is they want to play PlayStation, and then we see the video of them brawling in front of staff like the Hunger Games?
Well, that's exactly right. And no, that's not what he should be saying. That is not what he should be protecting. And that certainly isn't what should be going on in our country. And yet, here we are again. Put him away, put him into prison, do what they've always done. Just keep bashing them and bashing them. We have said this, and the claimants, the kahurangi, have all said very clearly that it should be closed down. We've said that, and we should be looking for better solutions that are actually going to bring about positive reinforcement, positive role models, positivity, so that they can become the best people they can become. In those facilities, that's certainly not the case.
We got like a few seconds. I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on ACT going back on the policy it signed up with National, which was the 17-year-olds being dealt with by the youth justice system. He says it hasn't worked, so they should go back into the proper judicial system, I guess.
Yeah, but it hasn't worked. But it shouldn't go back into the proper judicial system. What it should be doing is by Māori, for Māori, with Māori. That's the key. I raro I te Treaty o Waitangi. Underneath the Treaty of Waitangi, they don't even think about those things when they talk like that about our children.
Lady Tureiti Moxon, thank you so much for your time as always. I really do appreciate it.
Kia ora.